Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the CoculesNation. My name is Secret Agent Snow Cocules. I'm the founder and the director of the Cocules Industry Spy Network and the CoculesNation. Clearly, my video playing Black Ops 2, it kind of blew up within the past week. So I thought it would only be befitting to actually do a tutorial on how to install Plutonium and Black Ops 2 on a GNU Linux operating system. In my case, I will be using CachyOS, but it should be distro agnostic with a few changes on the cache side of things and maybe some others, who knows. Now, first things first, you need to update and upgrade the packages on your system. So in my case, it'll be sudo pacman -S YYU. That's how I normally do it. And then if you're on Arch, you'll also want to update with yay. But in my case, I have paru, so paru, and then same thing here. Nothing special on that front. I don't have any updates to do right now, so I should be okay. After your system is updated with the commands that you need, you'll then want to go ahead and make a wine prefix. Wine prefix in all caps equals. And then I'll do wine bo2 for demonstrative purposes. I won't be hitting enter because I've already hit enter, but you will need to do this after every command here. Then we'll do the default wine prefix, which will be win64, but since it's the default, you don't need to do the wine arch thing. So wine arch, you don't need to do that. Instead, you'll just need wine tricks. And then there are 3 components, technically 4, that you will need. You'll need .NET version 4.8, so .NET 48 is the code. Then you'll need to do D3D compiler _ 47. This is D3D compiler version 4.7, I believe. And then you'll need the Microsoft core fonts, so just core fonts. So there's that there. With .NET 48, not only will it get .NET 48, but Winetricks will also install .NET 4.0. So keep that in mind. After you hit enter, let Winetricks do its thing. Maybe do a -Q to basically not allow the GUIs to spawn. But after all of that is done, you'll then not need the terminal. Now, if you want to make sure you have the game files, just get the game off of Steam. I got it for $50 during this sale, which I believe is no longer active. So you'll probably have to pay $100 for the Call of Duty Black Ops 2 bundle over here, which is usually $100, but it will include the Revolution maps, Apocalypse, Uprising, Vengeance, and even the Nuketown Zombies map. So that's something to keep in mind. But once you download all 3 modes, the campaign, the multiplayer, and the zombies mode, you'll then be able to go to plutonium.pw. This is where you will end up playing the game without the cheaters and the hackers. And there are a lot of features. Let's actually go down to these features over here, which is a list of all kinds of quality of life changes, including either a server-side anti-cheat or a Ring 3 or user space client-side anti-cheat. I think it's most likely a server-side anti-cheat because this will work on Linux. But with the anti-cheat, turns out that in 2021, over 21,000 would-be hackers were kicked or banned from using Plutonium simply because they tried to cheat in Black Ops 2 with Plutonium. That didn't seem to work so well for the cheaters, but the Plutonium community in general, it's absolutely fantastic. But that said, you'll end up grabbing an account, which will be required in order to even play Plutonium. You just need to sign up for the Plutonium forums, and bada bing bada boom, you'll be able to sign in with your Plutonium forum credentials like I did in order to even install the mod. Well, after you sign up for a Plutonium forum account, go ahead and install the Plutonium mod. Now, just download the exe over here. You can save the launcher anywhere you like. Some are convenient as a desktop or a game folder. You can open the launcher. Now, to open the launcher on Linux, you'll want to have the easiest way, which will be Lutris for me. I already have it here, so I'll go ahead and go through that. The settings you will need is, of course, I want to do Black Ops 2 as per the usual. I've already been playing for 4.5 hours, but I've been playing way more than that. The executable is where you actually placed your Plutonium executable file. Your wine prefix is wherever the wine prefix you've made. Most likely it'll be your home directory, and then the wine prefix you had just made. And this is the wine prefix I had made previously in order to get Plutonium working. For the runner options, I'm using wine glorious egg roll 8-26, though there are going to be future things, especially with this specific build of wine. I'm not entirely sure how to get those. It's some Umu launcher thing. I'm not entirely sure. It must be a Wayland thing. But there's that. For the InVappy, I actually need to set this to version 8. I made sure to have the advanced settings on, but there's a toggle for that up here, so we're fine. I forgot to set this to version 0.8.0, but everything else is going to be on, and it's recommended to use the latest version, even though 0.7.1 is the default for DXVK InVappy DLSS. Now, if your kernel supports it, you'll want to turn on both eSync and fsync. My kernel, which is the CachyOS kernel, just your stock Cachy kernel, it supports both of these, fsync and eSync. Down here, there are 11 DLL overrides that I am required to do. These DLL overrides will be in a guide that will be connected to this video in the Plutonium forums. I will have it placed in the description below by my editor. Now, when we get to the system options, we need to disable the Lutris runtime. This will cause some incompatibilities and some frame drops if we don't. For the FPS counter, you can use Mango HUD if you'd like, but I won't need Mango HUD since this game is from 2012. Desktop effects and the screensaver need to be disabled on the display side of things. If you have Game Scope, which basically allows you to make the game window separate from your desktop windows, I will go ahead and keep it disabled because I have Game Scope, but I don't know exactly how to use it on i3. I need to learn how Game Scope works. If you're not using CachyOS and you have the Feral Game Mode daemon, you can go ahead and enable the daemon here. I won't need the daemon because I have a different thing for CachyOS. If you want, you can also reduce the pulse audio latency to 60 milliseconds, but I don't need to since I'm fine with it. Then here, for the command prefix in the game execution section, you need to put in game performance just as it is spelled, game-performance. This is basically CachyOS's version of the game mode daemon, and it will do some game optimization things in the background. But after everything is done and dusted, I will save it. And then you'll go ahead, go into Plutonium or whatever you named it, click play, and Plutonium will install. After Plutonium is up to date and installed, you'll have that screen that just showed up. That screen is the login screen. Now, if you did not log in to your Plutonium account yet, this will be your chance to do so. Now, you don't have to do this for just Black Ops 2. You can do this for Black Ops 1, for World at War, and Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer. But I have Black Ops 2. Once you get to Black Ops 2, there will be this setup thing right here. I'll go into T5. There's this setup thing right over here. You'll then need to find specifically your Black Ops 2 installation. Once you find your Black Ops 2 folder, which should be in your Steam library by now, you could then just play the game. Nothing special there on that front. Now, this will be for the multiplayer and the zombie side of things. I will get into the game, do a couple things behind the scenes, and I'll be right back with you in just a second. Alright, once you get the game all set up and whatnot, go ahead and just start playing. Or, if you want to play to a competitive rule set, the rule set I will be using will be linked below in a text file. That's going to be a text file for the competitive settings I would use if I were to run a tournament. Now, that said, I will be demonstrating this by doing a capture the flag match. I already have all of the rules necessary, including but not limited to a capture limit. I forgot to set the capture limit the last time I attempted this. So there's that. Now let's go ahead, do a 4-on-4 match. Now I've already created some classes here beforehand. I've done SMG OBJ, SMG Slayer, AR Slayer, Anchor, and Support. Those are the builds I did. I've also made some builds. I've made some preset classes. Here's the SMJ Objective, SMG Slayer, the AR Slayer, the Anchor, which I decided to use an S12 for that one, and a support build. Nothing special there. I'll probably do all of them though and show off each of the builds, because I do tend to go for more of a all-rounder type. I tend to be an all-rounder with weapons whenever I am playing Capture the Flag, and I may actually need to build another set. Who cares? Let's just start the match. I will be doing this match for demonstrative purposes. It's going to be just a simple Capture the Flag game. Now I'm going to see which team I will join. I'll be joining... Okay. Let's see here. I'll start with the SMG Objective build. And I'm going to be on the SEALs. Alright, here we go. So now, I'll show off the Objective build. Objective basically means you need to go ahead and run the flag capturing routes. I'm surprised I was not seen there for some reason. You'll be getting some frags along the way. I decided not to do any sort of attacks or nades. Never did attack or nade when I did an SMG build. Alright, let's go ahead. Get in there. Playmaker. That should be fine and dandy. Someone has a sniper. Get out of here. Now, all the bots, they'll be following the same rules that I have already set up here. That is Scavenger. I should be fine with that. I am using the Beastkeeper, which, kind of controversial, but I've allowed it. Oh, that was pretty idiotic of me. I'll choose a class. I'll go in as SMG Slayer. Though I will probably have to do something about the SMG Objective thing. I just have a different build altogether. Uh-oh. Kill the defender. I'll get the flag still. Now, the Slayer, and I'll demonstrate this more with the AR Slayer. The Slayer's job is to just get frags. Just literally be a fragging machine. That's your whole point as the Slayer. I'll do another flag capture here. The bots probably wouldn't do flag captures, so I'm going to go ahead and do all the flag captures. I would not do a good job demonstrating how this works very well. Okay, we got the flag carrier, that's fine. Let's go ahead and... Uh-oh. Scavenger is really good with that. More scavenger stuff. That's what scavenger will do to ya. Stuck. Good grief. Okay, let's do the AR Slayer. The AR Slayer is literally supposed to do the same thing as the SMG Slayer. I do, however, have one of those things. Took him down with that. Chop him up real good. Alright. So far, so good. That's their trophy system. Just destroyed that. Attack, reload. I'll grab the flag this time around. There's that. The regeneration should be just fine. Goodbye. Denied. Hard deny. And it should be good enough for me to get the next flag. Yeah, I don't tend to get, I don't tend to use lethals and tax a lot, so... defender's done. That was a Semtex. That's a sticky, by the way. That's a sticky nade. Nice try, bud. Nice try. Knew something was up with that. There we go. One's right there. Or yeah, buddy. Saw ya. There you go. Yeah, come on and play. Dang it. I aimed, but I wasn't aiming. That probably shouldn't matter, though. We already have one round of that done. And I did most of the flag captures. So I'm going to go ahead, change my class. I'll go in as an anchor. Basically, you're supposed to be doing a lot of frags in good spots. So that way you can influence where your teammates will spawn, essentially. That's what that anchor is supposed to do. I went with a shotgun build. Although I did go for an S12, which I think some people may have actually wanted it banned because of how good it was. What happened there? Ah, that's why it happened. Okay. I'll go in as a shotgun anchor again. At least I got him. I'll go in as support. Support is essentially the all-rounder, and I would probably be a support build. I decided to go for an M27. In my personal case, I did build this before this demonstration. Oh, we got a couple guys on me. One was on me. Ooh, and he had a shotgun on me. Oh, that was actually a... That was pretty good. Jeez Louise, guys. What is your deal this time around? That's not the best. Got a dude who actually needs to get fragged. Took down the flag carrier. That got him. I thought that was a sticky. Those are not stickies. Okay. Attacker's down. This apparently is a pretty good spot to get some frags to influence where my teammates spawn. You basically want to influence where your teammates will spawn in this game. I tried. Someone's actually got an LMG. LMGs are not normally what you would grab in a environment like that, so that's real simple to do. Scavenger. Got someone on us. Got someone on our bums. Goodbye. Yeah, don't try to knife me again, because I'll just literally go back. Just go backwards. And I'm dead again. Well, we're gonna get another flag capture. We're gonna get rid of him already. And I don't have such a good spawn. That's okay. I don't really need to deal with that in the moment. So... there we go. Not a big deal here. Grab the flag. And that is another flag captured. Launch chapel. Let's go inside here. One was almost spawn. Their spawn. Trophy system's gone. And I got the flag capture right as time expired. 8-0. That's pretty disgusting, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, that's the basic idea behind the capture the flag rules and just a competitive build in general. But I am out of time for today's video. Thank you, and good night.